Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Ruth Perry claims her young paramour crossed the line when he used her credit card to buy gifts for other women. Dylan Dickerson says he bought flowers for his mother and sister and was faithful to Ms. Perry.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Sean. Thank you. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Perry versus Dickerson. Miss Perry, you are suing Mr. Dickerson for $742. You say he's your ex-boyfriend and he used unauthorized charges on your credit card.
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
All right. And Mr. Dickerson, you say that she gave you permission.
And put my name on the accounts and made me a holder, and then just gonna turn and change.
But once I put his name on it, once he used my card unauthorized, because he was only supposed to use it for certain things. Once he started buying flowers for other women.
Oh, well, I was going to say start from the beginning, but maybe we just start from the middle. So that's why we're here. You found charges that you believe he paid for things for other women on your card.
Oh, and I believe he did.
All right, so take me back. How did you two meet?
We met in the grocery store. You know, I was coming out of the store, I needed a little help, and he was there.
Oh, so he was there. Did you work at the grocery store, Mr. Dickerson?
No, I was shopping, but I realized a mature woman at the time that seemed nice, not anymore, but seemed nice, shouldn't be shopping by herself.
Whatever.
She can have a younger
So
man.
what were you shopping for, Miss Perry?
Well, you know.
Just groceries?
Just groceries. And I had like cases of water and, you know, different things that I needed help with.
Were
She
you
was
shopping for
assistance.
handsome younger men?
No, but he just happened to be there, so, you know, why not?
So he
older
helped
ones
you with
are-
your groceries. Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
And then we kind of like started talking. I was like, oh, are you in school? You know, just trying to see, you know, where he was at, how old he was, or, you know.
If she could take
like that.
advantage of me.
And so
pretty much.
wait, what'd you ask him?
I just asked him, was he in school? What was he taking in school? Or, you know, what did he want to be? That's what I asked him.
And what did you say, Mr. Dickerson?
I said I was looking in between schools and choosing a career, and that I had the time at the moment to, I guess, find love or even find a relationship.
You said all that putting the waters in the car? What grocery stores I've been going to?
Didn't I tell you he was a little...
This never
gigolo?
happens. This never happens at my grocery store.
Just a
Okay,
gigolo.
wait now. So y'all are basically flirting while you putting the water in.
Basically, yeah.
Because you sassy.
A little.
And so you thought he was handsome.
Very.
And then you were like, I like older women, or have you ever dated older women before?
Not at the time, no, but all the younger women just kind of wanted a little one-night stand and a fling. So I figured the mature woman...
You were looking for a relationship?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So you all exchanged numbers?
Yeah, we exchanged numbers, and one thing led to another. And then he started like, well, can you give me a little money for my light bill because I'm kind of behind. So that's why I gave him authorization for the credit card and put his name on it.
Hold on. Let's just back up. So you met and one thing led to another. In other words, you all went out a few times and then you were
together
intimate.
for 8 months. About
For
8
months?
Yeah.
Were you boyfriend and girlfriend?
I wouldn't call it that. He might, but I wouldn't. It was just something
She wouldn't call
at
it
the time.
anything. She didn't even want to claim me when I wanted to bring her to all my friends, all my family,
Oh,
anything.
you wanted her to wanted to bring her around your friends and
Wasn't gonna
family and say,
happen.
Yes.
this is my girlfriend.
Yes,
But
and
you
hope to
weren't
make it
interested
more.
in
No,
that.
not in that. No, not at all.
You didn't want to meet his family, but you gonna put his name on a credit card?
Well, at least he would have, you know, if he's like behind, he can catch up. He didn't have to come to me and ask me for $10 or $15.
Miss Perry, that don't make no kind
At
of
the
sense.
time it did, Judge. It did.
Why did it make sense?
Because sometime I would maybe not be in town and he might need something.
So why was
or-
it your responsibility to give him what his need? You treating him like he's your child.
It wasn't, but I was just being nice.
So that's how you're nice.
Sometimes.
Have you ever put any other boyfriend's name on a credit card?
No, never. That was
So
the first
this
and the
first
last.
time, here's a guy. Was that your boyfriend?
He wants to say we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Were you being a sugar mama?
Not really. I mean, it was just something to do at the time.
That sound about like what it is, don't it, Sean?
Well,
Sugar mama.
you know, if the shoe fits.
Miss Perry, had you dated younger men in the past, or was this the first time?
This was the first time this young.
Okay, and how much younger is Mr. Dickerson than you?
20 years.
20 years?
20 years, it's like 40.
What?
She hates to admit it, but in reality, she's 64 coming on this year, and I still happen to remember her birthday, even though she doesn't know mine, nor does she care.
So she's 64, and how old are you?
21.
21. That's grandchild range right there.
Great-grandchild.
Great-grandchild, right?
Great-grandchild.
That's 4 decades.
Coming up,
I have lived enough life to know that this is an arrangement.
Okay, I'll own that. I was his sugar mama for a while, yes.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ruth Perry, who brought Dylan Dickerson to court for spending her money on other women.
That's got Sugar Mama written all over it. Because I know one thing, that nameplate don't say Boo Boo the Fool.
Okay, I'll own
Because I
that.
have lived enough life to know that this is an arrangement.
Okay, I'll own that. I was his sugar mama for a while, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
And so we
I'll
can
own it.
just tell the truth.
We can tell the truth.
Because that's
but
why
that-
we're here.
That still doesn't mean that he can use my credit card unauthorized.
You're exactly right.
Okay.
So now, what was the deal with the credit card? What was the agreement? I'm going to add you onto the credit card
For necessities
for
only.
necessities only.
Yes.
So what type of necessities was he charging?
Was he charging like his phone bill, a light or gas bill?
Do you all have a text message or any evidence?
I have
related
my
to
credit
this?
card statement.
I'll take that. But do you have any text messages that's like, hey, I'm gonna add your name on this credit card, but these are the things you're supposed to charge, this and only this?
I don't have that,
It was
no.
in person. She
So
took
it was
me in
just
person.
verbally. So what else could he charge? Phone?
Phone, gas for his car.
Gas.
And say if he was short, like his light or gas bill, something like that. And that was it.
So why are we here? What happened to the relationship?
Well, looked on my bill and I saw where he was buying flowers. I mean, for me, it's fine. And then he bought flowers for 2 other women.
Well, he wasn't buying flowers for you if
wasn't-
he was charging them on your credit card. You were buying flowers for you.
Exactly, and that was okay.
And you were
But when
okay with that.
I was okay for me, not for the other women.
So you saw that he bought flowers.
Yes, for 2
And
other women.
2.
2.
Well, how did you know they were for other women?
Well, I just called my credit card.
Your Honor, I'm not even sure if she
Company.
really did do too much digging. She just saw 3 orders and just immediately just went bullheaded.
Yeah, because I
Well,
only got
if
one
you see
order.
3 orders of flowers and you only got 1, I mean, that math gonna math you right into thinking that somebody done bought some flowers from somebody that's other than me.
Absolutely.
So
And that's why I have my own evidence here.
please send it.
I
Send
won't
it
even
up
have to
here.
explain it because I'll let the cookie crumble.
So you presented into court notes that you had placed on the flowers.
On the flowers.
First one says, "Dear Mom, I don't think there's a single other person in the world half as capable of unbreakable support and love as you are. Thank you for being my mother. Love, Dylan." And that's from Claire's Flower Boutique.
Don't matter. I ain't his mother.
Read the second
I
one,
didn't
Your
get
Honor.
I didn't get it.
Dear Claire, I know life right now is probably pretty sleep deprived, but your first ever Mother's Day as a mother is cause for celebration. I'm the proudest uncle in the world. Love, Dylan. So you sent flowers to your sister and flowers to your mother.
And I'm not his sister either.
So your point is you don't care who they were for because they're not for you.
Exactly.
And how much were these flowers?
They were $100 and something dollars.
145.
$145 a piece.
$145 a piece.
Yes.
So $145 a piece. What's the other $742?
Plus, after I unauthorized him to use my card, he went on to charge more charges after that.
What kind of charges?
I think it was gas. He paid his light and gas. Maybe he got some gas for his car in a grocery
Where's the
store.
receipts for that?
It's on there. I don't
But
have
I
the
thought
receipts.
light and gas were necessities that he could charge.
Yeah, before I unauthorized him. Once he bought the flowers, I told him to bring my car back. He brought it back to me, and I told him not to use it anymore. But I forgot to call my credit card company and take him off of my card. So he just assumed, since he tried something and it went through, that he could continue on using it.
She says forgot, but in reality, we've been here like 10 times every month where she throws a little fit, kicks me out, and then says, no, you can't use my credit card anymore, and then I'll buy some groceries or something. She'll get mad.
But Your Honor, I never
call
took
me.
the car back. I never took the car back.
None of all the fights.
This time I took the car back and I cut it up.
But you
Okay.
didn't call and cancel.
And I didn't because
and
I
take
don't know
his name
why.
off.
I mean, because everything that was going on, it kind of slipped my mind.
So this has
But
happened
it wasn't for
before.
him to use. If I took the card back, Your Honor, and cut the card up, he shouldn't have been using it.
So, Mr. Dickerson, when she takes the card back and cuts the card up and you don't have the card anymore, you know that means that you shouldn't use the card anymore, don't you?
I know that meant she was mad at the time. She knew that I had the card on my phone. I've
I
played
never
for
took the
dates
card
for
back.
us.
This is the first time I took the card back.
You didn't think that meant don't use the card anymore.
She was still calling me. She was
Doesn't
still sending
matter.
me messages, calling, whatever
How
the
much
case
were the
is.
flowers?
145 times 2.
So $290. What did you charge after?
I bought some groceries, and then I paid for some gas and just my cell phone bill, but that's automatic.
And you were doing all of that without the physical card.
I did much more. The whole time I didn't really use the physical card. It was always Apple Pay. I just had the card in my wallet, which she requested it back after she threw a fit.
And I cut it up, and I
What-
told you not to use it anymore.
What did he charge after you asked for the card back?
He paid his phone bill. He bought some
And where are these
food.
charges?
They're
Right
on the
here?
credit card, phone bill, food, and I think gas for his car.
Does this
something
equal
else.
the $742?
Yes, it does. If you
Which
add it
half
all
are
up,
necessities.
The flowers times 2, plus everything else he bought after.
Oh, the gas bill.
Oh, yes.
Coming up,
Oh, but one of the flowers was for you.
That's okay. He can pay for those too.
Oh, now you want
Yes.
reimbursement for all three.
Yes.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ruth Perry, who brought Dylan Dickerson to court for spending her money on other women.
And I'm still missing something because that doesn't come to $742.
The flowers? Did you
Oh,
get the
but
flowers?
one of the flowers was for you.
That's okay. He can pay for those too.
Oh, now you want
Yes.
reimbursement for all three.
Yes.
After you said it was okay for him to buy the flowers for
Yeah,
you.
but that wasn't a necessity. He didn't
Ooh,
necessarily
Lord, I don't have
have
time for this
to buy
mess.
flowers for me.
I don't have time for this mess. You know, this is the thing. Miss Perry, you know you don't have no business running around with no child that could be your great-grandchild unless you understood everything that came along with it. The boy didn't even have a full-time job. And you set this thing up where in order to make sure you have his affections and his attention and you get what you want, right?
But Judge, he
They are,
still
y'all,
don't have to take advantage of me. He still
hold
doesn't
on.
have to take
You
advantage
did.
You
of me.
had
me.
an arrangement. Hold on.
No, we didn't have an arrangement.
No, you did. When you put somebody on your credit card bill and tell them they can use that credit card for necessities, that's what you call an arrangement.
But he still doesn't have to take advantage of that arrangement.
That's
Judge.
not about that. I'm telling you, you had one.
Okay.
So you just running your mouth now. You're not stopping to think about what you're saying. First you said you didn't have an arrangement. Then I said, no, you had an arrangement. Well, then he shouldn't take advantage of the arrangement. Just stop and think about what you're doing.
Okay.
That's what you didn't do at the grocery store, and that's why you're here.
Coming up,
Rather than me wrapping her around my finger, it was her who wrapped me around her finger.
No, it
When
wasn't.
I tried to actually
no,
have a relationship.
No, hey, let me tell you something. No, you don't. No, it wasn't.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ruth Perry, who brought Dylan Dickerson to court for spending her money on other women.
That's what you didn't do at the grocery store, and that's why you're here. That's what you didn't do before you added his name onto the credit card. That's why you're here.
That's what I didn't do either.
Boy, at 21 years old, you can't see your way out of a box, so we're not even talking to you yet. You just stand over there and be quiet. I'm talking woman to woman to Miss Perry. You had yourself an arrangement, but you didn't really dot your I's and cross your T's as to what was really expected, and you dealing with a very, very young man who, of course, is going to cross the lines that you decided. He said in open court, this card was for necessities. And one thing I know why he's just a kid, because he sat up in open court and testified against himself and said, I'm only supposed to charge necessities, Your Honor. Okay. Case closed. I mean, you just admitted in open court what the arrangement was. Flowers are not a necessity.
I bought flowers for her too.
That doesn't matter.
And
that's not an
that.
emergency necessity. You said that. You testified to it already. Flowers for anybody is not a necessity. Then once she asked for her card back, you said that. It was clear. I wanted it back. You know as a young man that you weren't supposed to charge anything on the card, but since you thought you had her wrapped around your finger, you just gonna go and do what you gonna do.
Rather than me wrapping her around my finger, it was her who wrapped me around her finger.
No, it wasn't.
When I tried to actually have a relationship.
No, hey, let me tell you something. No, you don't. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. Because you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
You a kid, you a child, you're a grown man, but you are definitely still a child. And I can hear it in your testimony. You're not even mature enough. Talking about you want to bring Miss Perry around your parents. Don't your mama don't want to see Miss Perry? What? I wish CJ would walk up in here with Miss Perry. What? You was trying to string out that credit card use, which is exactly what you did. So I'm done with this. Really, Miss Perry? You owe the credit card regardless. You added his name on the credit card, which was ridiculous. And I was going to say that every single charge up until that point, whether it was a charge that was within the agreement or outside of the agreement, you're going to be responsible for. But since Mr. Dickerson came up here in court and said, Your Honor, I was only supposed to charge necessities. Pay her the money. Judgment for the plaintiff for $742. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $742.
Stop calling me a lying cheater.
Just cash at me my money, babe.
Fine.
Please follow me this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.